Now, away from that, President Uhuru Kenyatta and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga are this week expected to launch the collection of signatures in support of the Building Bridges Initiative referendum push. This will be the third referendum in the country's history and happening less than 2 years to the 2022 polls. But what lessons can referendum proponents draw from the 2005 and 2010 plebiscites? Our political affairs reporter, Murimi Mwangi, interrogates on this week's House of Cards.
The BBI.
For over 2 years now, the question has not been whether the country will head to a referendum prior to the 2022 polls. But when the highly anticipated plebiscite under the stewardship of President Uhuru Kenyatta and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga-led Building Bridges Initiative will happen.
To create a constitutional order that will long endure and survive and not be a conflict-stopping constitution.
But what lessons can referendum proponents draw from political environments surrounding the country's past two referenda? In 2005, Kenyans went to a referendum reeling from talk of alleged series of betrayal on the Raila Odinga-led wing of the NAC government from the retired President Mwai Kibaki's administration. A betrayal seemingly climaxed by mutilation of the initially proposed new constitution document, dubbed the Bombers Draft, preceding publication of what came to be known as the Kilifi Draft, that Kenyans eventually rejected in the referendum. The win by the Odinga No camp was largely perceived as a vote of no confidence on the Kibaki administration, heading to the 2007 polls. Heightened political temperatures, which coupled with the bungled 2007 elections, eventually plunged the country to this violence that claimed hundreds of lives. It is as a result of this dark past that Kibaki and Odinga give more seriousness to constitutional making, leading to the 2010 referendum that birthed the country's current document. But can the same be said of the ongoing referendum debate?
Politicians have taken positions even before the questions are presented. The minds of the public are already poisoned depending on who is talking and from what region they come from and from what perception they have of which team they are supporting. Therefore, once again, I suspect that Kenyans will vote for whatever document will come based on political persuasions and political inclinations.
BBI is seeking to amend 14 chapters of the Constitution. Our Constitution has 18 chapters. So these are not small, they're not seeking to do a small thing. They're seeking to overhaul our entire constitutional framework. What is the rush? Why the hurry?
And just like in 2010, when then Eldoret North legislator William Ruto led the campaign against the current constitution, Ruto, now second in command, yet again leads the charge against the Kenyatta Odinga-led BBI process. Yet the raging referendum debate comes on the backdrop of the COVID-19 shockwaves, the greatest casualty of which is the badly battered economy, characterized by massive job losses and a workforce still surviving on pay cuts. And although Kenyatta and Odinga enjoy massive sway, analysts caution against underestimating the Ruto-led anti-BBI bandwagon.
BBI is winning. I told Kenyans there will be somebody as a president in this Republic of Kenya, 2022. You are going to vote. You can take it from anything, but it will not be William Samoei Ruto.
If we do not watch out, this BBI report becomes the boa constrictor. It's going to be the giant snake that wraps itself around all the institutions that have seemed to serve us well and will suffocate them and break the bones and destroy them.
We need to fix the economy in order to fix our politics. Because the politics is getting heightened because the cake is shrinking rapidly.
And as Kenyatta and Odinga launched the 1 million signature collection drive in support of the soon-to-be-published BBI referendum bill, Kenyans stare at interesting times ahead as massive political realignments beckon. Muremi Mwangi, KTN News.